should now be going live here. This is probably actually the latest I've done a stream now. I think the last time I did late time stream, late night stream like this was when we had those two tornado warnings ongoing in Louisiana last year. Or was it earlier this year? I'm not 100% sure, but yes, we have currently two ongoing tornado warnings, which both of those are in Oklahoma right now. Which a lot of this so far has been mainly a wind threat compared to a tornado threat. But with this environment that we're having here currently in this sector, anyways, of the southern portion of this, which there's enough instability and wind shear where we can see some of these embedded tornadoes in, which I think is gonna be the biggest thing when it comes to this this big line of storms. And then also earlier today too, because I saw a couple of things that was like, oh, that's kind of like a semi-discrete cell. And I will show you guys in a second from Storm Runner Intermedia. Oh, there we go. I had to turn on the meso, not cyclone port, not meso, not mesocyclone, but cyclone port. But you a lot of lightning within this, which is gonna be useful for seeing if there's any rotation within these, any tornadoes at all. It's probably the most lightning I've seen in a while, but that is something that is pretty typical for lines of storms like this, which is kind of like an MCS or a mesoscale convective system type of deal that we're having to currently see right now. Don't know if we're having any prefrontals at all through tomorrow, but I guess we'll have to see through tomorrow as well if kind of that kind of plays out or not, because that is something that weather models have kind of been modeling for the past, I want to say, day or two. And so this is the tornado warning portion, the tornado warning that is covered over by Clinton, Oklahoma right now. Not really anything that is super definitive of a area rotation, but it's most likely going to be a little bit difficult to see. Although I definitely see some rotation just to the north of Buster City. So another thing too that I have ongoing too is I have weatherwise on the, not the double, but on the side here, just in case anything kind of decides to break at all. One thing I do want to kind of share here in a second is the FCC mesoscale analysis, because that is something I typically show on these streams. Get a closer look into what the environment looks like. Let me just get that real quick. So let's go over to. So I gotta go. Let's see if this hopefully goes to the right thing. Okay, yeah. Okay, there we go. So you can see about 1,500 kilojoules of instability. It's about 1,000 here. So still a bunch of instability. But taking a look at the wind shear, you got 55 knots, 60 knots, 50 knots, someplace 40, 50 knots, 40, 45 knots worth of wind shear in some areas. So there's a bunch of wind shear in this environment too. But not be surprised if you start seeing more of a QLCS tornado threat throughout tonight. I also should mention I'm not going to be able to go all night though, but I should be able to get a good majority of tonight's coverage for severe weather. Some of these we are in a little bit of a radar hole area too. I mean, you can obviously see all this on the radar from Norman's radar, but even from this distance, it's still gonna be a little bit difficult to kind of see. But you're also starting to see more storms starting to fire off down into Texas and southwestern portion of Oklahoma too, which you can see where that tornado watch has been extended down towards. Which unfortunately, there's these couple of radars that are down. So if we have anything that occurs in terms of tornadic activity here, it is gonna be pretty difficult to see anything. The nearest radars would be Midland and or Dallas Fort Worth from that point. So it's gonna be a little bit difficult on that side. Also, I am noticing something right here. I don't know if that is rotation. Would not be surprised if it is. Because sometimes when, even from a distance, you can see if there's rotation, if you have like a little bit of an indent in colors from afar. Let's see if we can... Okay. Definitely some stronger velocities on these sides here. Because the winds are going like that. Got like one going like that, kind of, with the winds. Which is just interesting to see there. And that tornado warning just got updated. $half size hail. 15 minutes on that tornado warning, by the way. Golf ball size hail and radar indicated. Both are radar indicated, so they are at the moment just rotation. Any of these could possibly produce a tornado tonight. So also the wind threat as well, I should mention too. That is going to be another factor within this. So who else is in this area? I think I may have to check, see if, because I know Corey and Brandon are not on the Radar Omega app anymore, so I'm gonna have to kind of load up their streams here. Corey, see where Corey's at. So Corey isn't also Corey's also in Clinton. I said it looks like a lot of storm chasers right now are in Clinton, Oklahoma right now. All right, let me just type back Radar Mega here. So I'm trying. Oh, I saw a cloud there. I don't know if it was a lowering or not. Hopefully, some more lightning kind of pops up in the area so we can kind of see. But it definitely looks like a lowering though. I may need to get some water too in a second. This also could just be the front edge of that storm, depending on what reflectivity looks like. Because a lot of this is where that front is at with the storm, and then you have your dry line back here, which that dry line is where a lot of the storms are firing off from. Also, I do wonder how much of that could be a SLC or Scud too, because sometimes you have a lowering and it's just SLC or a Scud cloud. Also, I will say, Storm Media so far has clearest view. I looked at Corey Gherkin's. It's pretty grainy, although it is nighttime, so you're really not gonna get the best looking quality of all time. So But once again, if you're any of these tornado warnings, go to your safe places, whether it be the most interior part of your building or most interior part of your building or the lowest part of your building, away from windows. Also, another thing with this line of storms, you could have a tornado that is on the ground at any moment. Because when you have a line of storms like this, you could have a QLCS tornado that briefly spins up and then causes damage, which can go unnoticed on radar since radar takes a little bit. Takes a little bit to update with radar. This is gonna be right over by Bessie, between Bessie and Clinton as well. By the way, let me look. Oh, there's no debris signature, which is a good thing. Looks like there was a mesonet report there. 59 miles per hour, almost 60 on that. So this is producing some strong winds coming out of this line here. I also do wonder if we have any MPing reports yet or not. Where is... Oh, wait, yeah, I have it closed out. Definitely got to watch this portion down here for any areas of rotation. So I wonder if... Okay, so looking at Twitter here, yeah, Freddie McKinney, yeah, their view of the lowering with this tornado warning storm near Bessie, yeah, so there is a lowering with the tornado warning over by Bessie. Would not be surprised if we get an extension on that tornado warning. I also got another wind report up here. Don't know what time that was, so it's about a half hour ago. So this is actually probably way before this start firing off there. But that is 59 miles per hour on that one as well. So we got two reports right now that are 59 miles per hour for wind. I'm guessing that's wind gusts compared to actual winds. I'm pretty sure that is wind gust, yeah. All right. So we also got Vince Walty over here. Looks like he's a little bit more, well, the entire portion over here is very rural area, so it's gonna be a lot of farmland. Although Storm Runner is on Highway 183 right now, and that tornado warning did just get condensed over by Thomas, Oklahoma. covering also. Is there a town right there, or is that just an interchange? That is just an interchange. Okay. Because sometimes I've seen, because you know how some towns and cities just have their like interchanges and stuff, like not quite in the middle, but near them. Now that's a very random thing to say, but it something I wanted to point out. Let me pull up. I don't know if Brandon Kopic is online right now with streaming. I want to check. Okay. So it looks like Brandon Kopic is gonna be live tomorrow for tomorrow's threat, which is gonna be during the afternoon with that enhanced risk. Which a lot of that risk is gonna be coming from this line that we're seeing right now. Let's readjust my chair. I'm kind of curious, what does Vince Waltie's... A lot of lightning. Don't know if that's less lightning than I was seeing earlier. Because when you have a unstable atmosphere, that's when you start getting your lightning, your thunder, and whatnot. Let me go to Corey Gherkin, because I know he's live. We have another severe thunderstorm warning, which is a really large area, which is pretty typical for a MCS. So this could be all the way from Altus, East Duke, and all the way up to Custer City and this portion here near Gary and Oklahoma. This could be a pretty large area for 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail. Gotta check. Okay, that's radar mic's gotta take a while to load again here. May have to just continue to monitor velocities here, because that's what's gonna be the most updated. I don't know what it is with this Wi-Fi. The one thing that's weird about this Wi-Fi is it'll load one thing with Radio Omega, but doesn't want to load everything else. I don't know. Still looking at the mesoscale analysis. Definitely still quite a bit of shear, which is going to be expected for a long while tonight. Low lapse rates aren't super high, but when you have a high shear low cape environment, you're still gonna get those tornadoes either way. Let me go back to velocities. Okay, so yeah. Okay, CC is now actually loading properly this time. So yeah, no CC drops on either of these, but these are rotating. So what the, let me just go look down the line here for anything at all. Seems to be mostly a wind threat looking down the line so far. Still expecting to have that northern threat to be more of a tornado threat at the moment here, which is gonna be what we're looking at right now in this kind of area here, where I'm expecting to see where that tornado threat is gonna kind of persist. Not that obviously we couldn't see anything down here, but right now with what we're looking at here is what we're gonna be looking at for any tornadic activity. So looking at Twitter, see if I have any updates at all from just storm chasers in general, because there are obviously quite a few storm chasers that are out and about right now. Which I am kind of curious what the spotter network looks like right now. Probably a lot of green dots. Yeah. All right, so we're down to currently one tornado warning, which is gonna be the tornado warning that is currently over Thomas and Oakwood Eagle City in Oklahoma. Got about 15 more minutes on that tornado warning. Also, I just forgot too, because I know Virtual Railfan has a Oklahoma camera. Oklahoma City. Okay. Let me go to that. Okay, there we go. So that's gonna be another thing I'm gonna have to watch for that on there. See if anything can be seen on that camera. Can't really, unfortunately, put that one on my stream, but which I think when it comes to any camera coverage that we're gonna be seeing tonight at all is gonna be storm chasers and then whatever traffic cameras that I can find. There it is. It's seeing some lightning right there. So I've seen more showers and storms pop up down here in Texas. Definitely a little bit of contamination in there. Although, okay, now these are pretty close in scans. It's just a lot of contamination in this here. All right, still got another 13 minutes on this tornado warning. We'll see if that gets continued or not. Okay, so they did just condense that, looks like. So they are got to be continuing that tornado warning for another 12 minutes for this particular area here. And this is in western Oklahoma. Let me go to, where's pivotal weather at? Trying to find what I was thinking of earlier. I probably just blanked on whatever I was gonna go find earlier on pivotal weather. I'm kind of curious what the where is dew point? Dew point. Dew point. There we go. Found a dew point. Actually, that's pretty far behind on pivotal weather, actually. Because that's 00 C what I'm looking at right now. Which was 6 o'clock. We're about like 5 hours ahead of 6 o'clock at this point. So got another 10 minutes on a tornado warning, which is currently over Cody, Fay, and Eagle City in Oklahoma. I wonder. It's only the tornado that can look at the probabilities here. I think, yeah. So what they have for probabilities? I'm kind of curious. So overall tornado threat 50, EF2 to EF5 tornado risk, low 20%. Overall wind, overall hail threat. I'm kind of surprised is there, but I'm kind of curious what the hail threat is gonna be looking for tomorrow. 5%, so it's a much lower risk than probably tonight. Yeah, I think we definitely are gonna see that wind threat for sure, though. Same with tomorrow with that wind threat. There's that 10% tornado risk area between Texas and also Oklahoma. So what? Let me go look at the Bessie, Oklahoma, because I know that was the one that did have that lowering on it, which was actually pretty impressive. Hold on. So I don't know who. Try to find it. I think there's a couple of Storm Chasers that have it. I know Storm Runner had it. Not like a picture, but video. Uh, okay. I guess I'll have to wait on that for now on that image to see that lowering from earlier in Bessie, Oklahoma. Although, oh, okay, we do have an extension on a tornado warning, which is gonna be for Watonga. We'll be going all the way from Watonga, Hitchcock, and then all the way up to Parvin and Loyal in Oklahoma. If you're in this area, seek shelter. Go to the lowest part of your building in our home, or the most interior part of your building in our home. This is kind of an area where we're kind of gotta be out of range here, so not gonna be the clearest image. Although I wonder if this radar is gonna be able to see a little better. Yeah, this radar can see a little bit better. So it's gonna be that rotation is gonna be right in there, near just to the southwest of Watonga in Oklahoma. Do we have any? Okay, we do not have a CC drop on us currently, so this is a broad area of rotation. Which once again, that rotation is gonna be right near Watanga. Which we also had a wind report from earlier too. So Storm Runner and Vince are way, way, way south of that tornado warning. Which my guess is they're both going towards the north. Probably gotta try and catch up with that particular cell because this is probably a embedded cell within this. Would not be surprised if that is the case. Because we did have some features earlier where we had semi-discrete cells. Also looks like that severe thunderstorm threat in Kansas has gone down a bit as well. Wouldn't say completely zero, although reflectivity is taking a minute to load, so we'll give that a bit. Load. May have to switch over to GR2 because that's typically my backup for radar in case something like this happens with radar Omega being slow on this internet, which happens a lot, unfortunately. Which if I was back in my regular setup, it would not be as slow. I'd be able to kind of load things pretty fast compared to what's going on right now. All right, there we go. Now it's perfectly loaded there. So yeah, just some showers and storms. A couple of areas that had lightning. Looks like near Newton there, west of Newton, in Kansas. And this is when we switch to GR2. All right, here we go. So here's GR2 analysis. It's a little bit of a older looking program, but it gets the job done for what you need. Which actually, let me window capture GR2. Okay. And then do that. Okay. So then we can just kind of switch between the two, just in case something does happen with Radar Omega during this live stream, like it's done quite a few times already, unfortunately. I gotta keep an eye on that rotation near Watanga. Once again, it's still a broad area of rotation, but there is a area of rotation that is tornadic. So hopefully my throat doesn't go too dry during this, but it probably will at some point because that's what happens when you speak for quite a few hours and minutes. Which actually, I have my water on standby now. There is a severe thunderstorm warning, surprisingly, in actually Nebraska, and also a couple of special weather statements. So actually kind of, if this does decide it wants to load, at any point, which we may have to switch over to GR2 here. So let me just go to here. So here's the special weather statements. Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah. So you can just see it's kind of going towards the northeast. It's probably going to make that loop like counterclockwise, I think that it would be. But that's because of the low pressure that's over somewhere over here. Yeah, still got that area of rotation near Watanga. Also, the grains are very green on here, so if the color table kind of hurts your eyes, I'll try to get that fixed in a second. If I can find a color table, find a color table that works, which I thought I had one. Velocity. I don't know if it was. I don't know if it was like a radar omega velocity table color or what. Might have been that, but there is a National Weather Service base velocity, which I'm gonna download and see if that one works properly for this. Have a little bit less of a green. Oh wait, that's the wrong thing. Oops. Okay. Okay, that made it a little bit darker. It's a lot easier on the eyes, I will say. Continue to say your safe places in Tonga, Hitchcock, and Loyal. Now, let me just go back to Radar Omega real quick here. There we go. So yeah, here's the severe thunderstorm that's ongoing near Grand Island. Mainly a hail threat, it looks like, for quarter-size hail. Which is interesting to see a severe thunderstorm warning for quarter-size hail that far up. Especially considering the main threat is going to be in Oklahoma throughout tonight and portions of Texas. May have to switch back to GR2. So I'll just do that. Let me look down the line. Okay, that's a terminal radar at the airport there. Let me go down the line again here. Yeah, starting to see a little bit more showers and storms that are starting to pop up in Texas along the line here. Would not be surprised if these do end up maturing and then we see QLCS tornadoes out of that, or at least areas that have embedded rotations within them, considering the environment throughout tonight for severe weather. Definitely a lot of light because this is all within the last 20 minutes, by the way, with this line here. That's a lot of lightning. Be nice to see if there was any cameras other than the storm chasers down this way, but it is a rural area, so it's going to be more difficult to get any type of camera coverage in that area, so not going to rely on it too much with cameras, with trying to find anything at all. Although maybe some of the towns here, maybe, but low chance that we see any cameras in these areas. Would be nice to see if Oklahoma ever gets any cyclone ports, because one thing I do like about cyclone ports is, well, they're in many states, especially Tennessee. Tennessee has a bunch of them. Let me look at. Oh wait, yeah. I keep doing like Shift and then C, which is how you do. That's how you pull up the correlation coefficient on Radar Omega, and I think even on Weatherwise too. But here on GR2, you just need to hit CVR. I think D is hail. Yeah, so there definitely some hail within this line here. Not expecting anything huge out of this line. Because typically with lines of storms like this, you typically aren't going to have large hail. Even though with this, yeah, okay, so the max hail size is up to a quarter size inch. Earlier, I saw a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings that were up to about, I think, golf ball size and ping pong size hail. And we do have an MPing report here, quarter sized hail. Still got an area of broad rotation, which is right near Hitchcock at this point. Which actually, let me switch over to Mega here. So that's where your area rotation's got to be. It's got to be going towards the northeast. Got about 10 minutes on this tornado warning. Would not be surprised if they continue with tornado warning, because they did just extend it for this area rotation. Once again, broad area rotation, but it is there. Although I do wonder, because I think we do have some storm merger activity going on in front of this, which is probably interrupting that rotation too. That tornado pass tag on a severe thunderstorm warning as well. I just realized too, or not just realized, but because that was issued from earlier. Forgot what time it was issued though. 11:13 p.m. So it was about almost 10 minutes ago at this point. It's been going for a while. Jeez, that made me jump. Holy. Okay, so that is up to that tornado watch. Whew. I don't think I've been jumped that bad by a update for a tornado watch in these many of these streams. Holy. Also, do have a special weather statement for 50 to 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. This activity over by Fairmont and Garber in Oklahoma. And I'm kind of noticing a little bit of that, but let me just check velocities just in case. Okay, no, just a winter out of that so far. So I got another 5 minutes on this tornado warning. Apparently, Freddie McKinney, it has some random things going on in his stream. His teeth, a goose, and then a tumbleweed. Man, I swear, sometimes Storm Chaser streams have the most random things to ever happen. Let's just go back to velocity on the Hitchcock, the area near Hitchcock here. Still got rotation on this particular area. Gonna be going towards Parvin and also Loyal. But right now, so far, this has been the main concern for tornado activity. Not that we couldn't see any brief spin-ups or areas of rotation within this line here, which will probably be occurring throughout later tonight, as this is making its way towards the east, towards places like Arkansas and also Louisiana. Which I think for the most part, when it comes to that severe threat for tomorrow with Louisiana, I think that's probably going to be a big factor for tomorrow. So I got another minute here, so this is about to expire out in the next minute. Don't know if they're gonna continue with the tornado warning or not, because you still have that area rotation near Hitchcock going towards the northeast. Alright, we're down to no longer having a tornado warning, but we do have a severe thunderstorm warning with tornado piles tag on it. 70-mile-per-hour winds. Could be for damaging winds mainly so far. It looks like at the moment, unless we start seeing this intensify and rotation again, which is possible, but this environment up here in northern Oklahoma is not particularly favorable for severe weather. So once this northern portion starts going more towards here, it's gonna start running out of instability. Still gonna be quite a bit of wind shear, however. So there's also that. But even with that wind shear, it's gonna be struggling to even have any tornadic spin ups. So we would most likely see more than likely a wind threat in the northern portion. Ryan Scholl was in Corn, Oklahoma, looks like. Which Corn, Oklahoma was in a tornado warning from earlier. Where is Corn? Hold on, where is Corn, Oklahoma? There we go. Found it. Okay. So they were in a tornado warning earlier, which they're no longer underneath that tornado warning, of course, but they were in it earlier. Currently down to just severe thunderstorm warnings and also that tornado watch. Would not be surprised if they continue out that tornado watch to more out here in the eastern portion of Oklahoma here, because they have almost basically half the state under a tornado watch. I mean, obviously, the Panhandle is obviously that other portion of the state that is obviously not in that tornado watch, since a lot of activity is going to be mainly focused to about down to here in Texas all the way up to Oklahoma. Still seeing mainly a wind threat out of the special weather statement currently, which is going to be for that 50 to 55-mile-per-hour wind gust. We also, okay, looks like that severe thunderstorm watch was condensed too. What is this special weather? 50 to 50-mile-per-hour wind gust on that as well, looks like in the Wichita area all the way up to Ramona in Kansas. Also, one thing I just remember too, because there is a critical fire risk as well. Let me just kind of get that up real quick, if I can actually get that. Okay, there we go. So yeah, there's the extreme risk for that fire danger there, and then you also have your critical risk, and then you have your elevated. So if you're in this area, well, any of these areas in general, don't burn anything. Be responsible with what you're handling. Don't start fires. So I think the Storm Prediction Center just released a new mesoscale discussion, which let me get that up real quick here. If oh yeah, okay, there we go, I got it. So I'm just gonna tab through like 100 different things here on my stream deck. So here is that mesoscale discussion. Severe risk to continue for the next several hours. Tornado peak intensity is in the significant area, and then that wind risk 60 to 80. Hail is gonna be from a quarter size to about golf ball size hail. Would not be surprised if we get a somehow a even higher than that, which I think at that point I don't know if that's baseball size hail or softball. I think it might be baseball, but there's that. So that dry line is right in there. You got some convection back of there, but that's just all showers and stuff compared to what we're looking at right now, where the severe storms are firing off that dry line. So I've been noticing that storm runners in the that line of storms, and it's a lot of rain, heavy rain, and also lightning too. Looks like there is an area potentially here that might be rotating right just to the northeast of them. Get 7 alerts. 2 severe thunderstorm warnings, which is this one here, and then also this one here. This one's got about 8 minutes left on that severe thunderstorm warning. Don't know if they're going to issue a new one, since they haven't issued a new one yet. We also do have a couple of flash flood warnings, too. Both of them in Montana, which actually, let me zoom out real quick here. Where's that? So we got way up here, which is probably going to be for that river right there. And then, I don't know what the second one is. Probably the same deal, yeah. Then you just got a bunch of special weather statements over in Nebraska for the Grand Island area, all the way to the just southwest of Columbus. Let me switch over to Norman's radar here, because we are kind of getting closer to where we have more activity right where we can see from the Norman radar. Wow, that is a video right there from Corey Griffin. Okay, I just retweeted that over on my Twitter. Still got another 4 minutes on a severe thunderstorm warning, and then 19 minutes on the other severe thunderstorm warning that had the tornado pause tag. Well, both these have tornado pause tag on it, but this one is the more recent one since we did have a tornado warning on it from earlier. Definitely some stronger winds right here. Although we are a little bit ways away from the radar with this pocket of strong winds right here near Weatherford here. This is hold on, let me go back to reflectivity real quick here. Actually, let me go to this radar here because this one's gonna be a little bit more not clear. Well, actually clear, but also more near. Clear and near. How about that rhyme right there? I've rhymed like 3 times. If it's got a load even, that'd be nice. Okay, there we go, loaded. Yeah, this is a very interesting area here. Surprised it's not severe warned, but just I don't know if this is not with what I'm seeing on velocities here. It doesn't seem like very strong winds, even with it being a 50 to 50 mile 50 to 55 mile per hour wind gust area. A lot of lightning still on Stormrunner Media's stream there. They're another 16 minutes. This severe thunderstorm warning is about to expire out. Looks like they're not going to issue a new one there, which is a little bit surprising, but my guess is they're waiting for that to go closer to a radar or something. Let me go to the radar in Frederick here. It looks like that severe thunderstorm warning has expired out. And we have another. Okay, there we go. They just issued a new one there. It's gonna be going for actually a lot of counties here. Let me see what counties this covers here. Western Oklahoma. Let's see, Mears, Cedar Lake. I put those are locations. Where's the counties at? Northeastern Jackson County, Custer County, Kiowa County, Southern Blaine County, Canadian County, Cato County, Southern Kingfisher County, Northwestern Comanche County, eastern Washita County, and that's all gonna be in western Oklahoma. This is literally this is basically right outside Oklahoma City at this point. I don't know what the okay, yeah, Vince Walty. He's really not too much. Although I don't know if that was like lighting right there. Hear that? Or just light just having issues or something. I don't know, man. Definitely seeing a lot of lighting from Stormrunner Media's side though. So there's that. So looking at the where the storms are at right now, this is probably gonna be within Oklahoma. Well, this is basically almost within Oklahoma city limits here, or just outside it. Probably about an hour away at this point till these actually get to Oklahoma City. And you gotta be dealing with a lot of thunder, a lot of lightning, wind, potentially a couple tornadoes if that tornado threat does end up ramping up a little bit. If it does, we'll see. Don't know how long I'll be live throughout tonight, but we'll see. Took another 10 minutes on that to see if there's some warning. Radio Omega's being slow here. I'm kind of curious what the Equitops look like for this line here. So we got probably around 40-ish thousand. So not super tall when it comes to cloud tops, but they are there. I'm kind of curious what the COD satellite looks like right now, and with the. Let me just close out a couple things here, because I feel like my laptop's got just explode. Not really, but I do need to close some things out. And I was the wrong thing. Okay. Oops. Okay, there. There we go. I closed out the right thing in Task Manager for Steam. Okay. Uh, all right. Let me. Where is? Oh, wait. It is on the right thing. Okay. So you can see where that area of low pressure is at. I mean, look at that. Let me. Where is? Where's the wrap analysis here? Yeah, there we go. So yeah, there's where your area of low pressure is at. This is where those storms are firing off the dry line right in there. Southwesterlies. It's pretty impressive, I will say. It's gonna be bringing a lot of rainfall, though. I will say. I do wonder. I don't know how much of this is just cloud cover, and how much of that is actually rain. Let me. Where is not water vapor? Actually, mosaic radar. Actually, it looks like there is actually a little bit of rainfall with this area here, even up to here. Actually, I wonder how much of that is snow, because it is a little bit colder in this sector here. So, I do. I thought there was also a. Let's turn that off. Not vorticity. Oh, actually, look at that's vorticity right there. Dew points. Temperature. There we go. Actually, let me. I thought there was station IDs. Oh, jeez. I thought there was a thing here on the COD site here where I can turn on specific. Unless it is. I'm not 100% sure. Let me zoom in on here in Northern Illinois. Why not? Okay. Michigan, I don't remember what, I don't know what radar that is. I don't know if that's in, is that Grand Rapids? Yeah, it's Grand Rapids radar having a disco party over here. Anyways, we'll go back over to the Radar Omega radar here. Still seeing quite a bit of development with the line of storms here. One thing I do want to take a look at too is I know there's still winter things going on. Let me just turn on like every single one of these real quick. Okay, maybe not every single one of these. There, winter storm. Turn these on. Snow squall. Turn that on. Okay, there we go. So you got winter weather advisory. We got a couple areas that are under a blizzard warning right now. So you got basically almost this entire portion of Nebraska here under a blizzard warning. You got the, I don't know how much of that is split in between Kansas and Nebraska there, but Actually, let me turn up the border thickness real quick. Okay, so yeah, northwest corner of Kansas, and then all this portion of Nebraska, and then the kind of just the northeast portion of Colorado there, and then all the way from St. Joseph all the way up to Omaha in this area here. Also got portions of Iowa actually that are underneath that blizzard warning. Then for the rest, you got winter storm watches, and then everything else is a winter weather advisory, which that backside of that low pressure is where we're gonna be finding a lot of that stronger winds and then also snow as well. I just realized I closed out my railfan camera for Oklahoma City. Oops. All right, there we go. And that camera is shaking. I mean, it is windy, man. You can hear the wind just shaking around that camera. Also, looks like there's a train going through Oklahoma City on that virtual railfan camera, with what I'm looking at here. Always fun to watch trains. It is very bright with those lights though, I will say. Which I mean makes sense for nighttime, but still. Well, it looks like there is a wind report that just that popped up there. 9:48, Hammond, Oklahoma, Roger Mills County. Damage to unoccupied recreational vehicle and also barn. And then there's also a couple of hail reports too. Quarter-inch size hail reports. One in Roger Mills County, Hammond, Oklahoma, and then the other one in Morewood, Oklahoma, for quarter inch size hail. So far have just a couple of, well, that's a wind damage report, but we have a couple of hail reports, and then also a wind damage report. Let me just turn these off. We are okay. There's actually a big area for this special weather statement. Probably for 50 to 50 mile per hour wind gust. Honestly, really not expecting this northern portion here to explode that much in terms of a severe threat compared to whatever is going to be popping up throughout tonight with this southern portion here. I am kind of curious what the okay. So we are starting to see more showers and storms that are starting to pop up. This is more of just showers, though, I will say, compared to storms. So we are seeing more showers that are starting to pop up. currently just monitoring. Mainly a wind threat at the moment. Let me, if I can actually switch over to the velocities real quick. Yeah, definitely some strong winds out of this portion here. And also probably down here too. Don't know how much about down here though compared to what we're looking at in this middle sector of this though. Let me check the. I don't know if they updated the outlook or not. Let me go look at that. I don't think they have. Yeah, they have. Stormbringer Center has not updated that quite yet. Let me take a actually quick peek on Radar Omega real quick here. So far, currently mostly seeing a wind threat at the moment from what I'm seeing. Although I wouldn't say it is verifying that 30% rather than that, I would say 15 or 5%, if anything. Let me take a pop back into Stormrunner's stream real quick here. You see it's been raining quite a bit, of course, with this line of storms. I'm kind of curious.
A little threat there.
Okay, I was gonna say, I wonder if I could hear the wind from Stormrunner Media stream, but okay, not not so much. A couple of hail reports from radar here with quarter size, inch size hail. This is warned for around that, or just about less than that. Oh, looks like okay. There we go. The storm prediction center just updated the outlook. All right, so let me just get this up real quick here. Just okay. That go over there. Okay, that goes over here. Okay, 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 okay. Actually, well, I didn't want to close that out. Oops. All right, so here is the current storm prediction outlook, which I think that tornado risk area, significant severe area, is a little bit bigger than it was last outlook. I do also wonder if that marginal risk is also a little bit bigger because I don't know if it's gotten more up to Illinois, southern Illinois. Let me go and find the previous outlook because that's gonna give us a better comparison. I have to look for a day 2 if I can find a day 2 even. Let me just go to their actual Twitter page here. Hold up. Oh, okay. Here is the. Yeah, they changed the marginal risk area a little bit. I did not want to close it out. So it's a little bit different. The marginal, I think the only thing that's really changed is that yeah, the thunderstorm risk area, and then also that marginal risk area, and then also that tornado risk, and also wind risk probably too. So those are kind of the only things that really have changed between last day 2 and then now, but just now to day 1 outlook at this point. At this point, I'm kind of just monitoring for any activity. Probably be streaming for the next, I want to say, probably hour and a half, maybe, depending. I wonder if there's more photos coming out with that wall cloud from earlier. I'm noticing a little bit of something there, right near Alpha and Omega in Oklahoma. Now wait till the next scan though, because this is actually quite a bit behind on the velocity scan. So we'll have to wait to see what that particular area is. See if that is a area rotation. Don't think it is one, but we'll monitor it. So one thing I will say about this line of storms is, I mean, they're organized where they're in a line, like a bow echo type of deal, or MCS, but not as organized as it was earlier, which may just be due to the environment. But once it starts getting more into here, I think it's probably we're gonna start seeing more wind and also tornado threat compared to what we're seeing right now. Looks like okay, velocity's got to take a little bit to load here, but once that loads, well, we should be able to see what the velocities look like from radar. Definitely still seeing a quite a bit of lightning, not as much as from earlier, but it's still quite frequent in lightning. I am kind of curious what Storm Runner Media's side looks like though with that. Yeah, it's still pretty still here and there. It looks like with the lightning, although it's probably more like way up in the clouds. Maybe a couple of them touching the ground, and that would be an update on the tornado watch, which is probably them condensing that tornado watch. Yeah, that tornado watch just got condensed. Typically, that's what happens when I see the tornado watch blinking like this. It's typically when it is getting condensed. This is still gonna be going for actually quite a while. This is gonna be going into, well, it is basically AM, the AM hour now, but more of the early morning hours, early dawn hours. Although it's not quite dawn, I don't think, anyways, right now with 5 a.m. I think it's still quite dark out at that time, so it's more like wouldn't be wouldn't be dusk. Would it be dusk? Not 100% sure, but Brita Meg's being slow. It is being slow. It is being slow, slow, slow. Welcome to the channel where I sing about random stuff. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, how is everyone in chat doing tonight? Hope everyone's doing good. Uh, so hope everyone's having a well. I mean, it's still technically winter, but it is meteorological spring. One thing I will say when it comes to, I think this Sunday actually, where we're gonna be or daylight savings time is gonna be back. I don't know. And that's gotta screw me up by quite a lot with that. Although good thing next week is spring break, so there's that. Although even during spring break, I'd probably be up late anyway, so there's that. I'm kind of curious what kind of systems we are gonna potentially be having next week and see how active it is. Let me just take a quick look at pivotal weather here. There's a current system. Looks like there's a little bit of surface low. And maybe something next week, but right now, too early to tell right now in terms of any activity when it comes to severe weather. So let me go to Frederick because I am noticing something on that southern portion here that I'm seeing. I don't know if it's like hooking or it's just due to being far from radar, which could be just due to being far from radar, but we'll see. If this decides to load at all, that is. Which right now it is deciding to. It does not want to load. It's like right like a little notch like that on this side over here of my screen right now. Come on, load it. Come on, load it. Come on, load it. I may need to refresh Radar Omega here. Give me a second. Shut up, headset. My headset's battery's low. That's always great. Not. Oh, that just fell. One thing, let me look at, because I know there's, well, Wednesday's now day 2, so. Yeah, that's going to take a bit to update on their site there, but they did just release a day 2 for Wednesday, which is going to be a enhanced risk again. So let me pull that up real quick here. So here is that enhanced risk right in the eastern portion in South Carolina, all the way up to the southern portion here of Virginia. I'm going to be curious of what kind of threats we're going to be seeing out of that once the day 2 fully comes out. Because right now it's they did just release it, so it's going to take for their site to kind of update. We'll probably be able to fully update it in probably I want to say next half hour maybe. We'll see. Now, let me go because I know Pivotal Weather has it too. Let me just tactically replace the battery on my headset real quick here. Because I have a headset where I can take out the battery, put it in the charger, and then yeah. It is a Bluetooth off. No, really, I would have never guessed. Headset. Battery level high, yeah, obviously. So where is that is the National Weather Service forecast for temperatures. Where is the SBC outlooks? Okay, there we go. So day 2. Categorical 4 panel. Okay, so okay, there we go, yeah. So let me just pull up the Pivotal Weather. Pivotal Weather has it updated all the way. So here is the day 2. This is gonna be for Wednesday. So that tornado threat is 5%. So it looks like that tornado threat has gone down significantly. Not that we couldn't see maybe a few tornadoes on Wednesday, but looks like it is gonna be mainly a wind threat out of that compared to a tornado threat. Because there is that 30%. I don't know if that's a significant severe. I think that's a significant severe on that wind threat there. So we could be seeing probably 70, 80 mile per hour wind gust on Wednesday with this system that's going to be going through tomorrow that also has an enhanced risk for tomorrow as well, which is actually now today. So there's that categorical right there, enhanced risk. Let me go to the tornado. So there's a significant severe area. There's the hail risk, which that is an interesting shape, I will say, for a hail risk, but it's there. Which honestly, I don't expect there to be insanely the hail risk to be insanely big for tomorrow or tomorrow as in today, but maybe we could get a couple of those discrete cells if those do pop up with prefernals. But we'll see. Because we have a warm sector that isn't as big as it was in previous model runs. There's also the 4 panel with this as well, so you can kind of take a look at everything here. Let me go over to actually the day 2 outlook here. Intensifying line of thunderstorms may become capable of producing strong, damaging wind gusts, a few tornadoes as it overspreads the eastern Carolinas. Broad and deep, occluding surface low cyclones still appears likely to migrate across the lower Great Lakes, which the Great Lakes, I have a feeling, is probably going to be having wind and then also probably some snow as well on that backside, which would be the west side of that. Let me... Alright, back. Okay. So, the backside right here... Where is the wrap analysis? So there's that area of low pressure right in there. And that backside is going to be colder. So we're going to be seeing that snow with that backside. And depending on what the pressure gradients look like, which I'm not 100% sure if this shows it, but we'll see if I can find it. We'll see if I can find it. Give me a moment here. Rainfall rate is there. There's a minimum flash area, which is for lightning. And I'll go back to the radar real quick here. I'll try to find it, but bad. Okay, here we go. So when you have basically these lines here, which are like I think that what they're called is like contour lines. Yeah, basically like these contour lines, and when you have them close together, oh, I accidentally clicked on soundings, but when you have them like close together, that's where your pressure gradient is gonna be the strongest, and that's where you're gonna have your strongest winds coming out of, basically. And then where is it? Surface base cape. So let me kind of just zoom out real quick here. Forecast loop. Surface base cape. So this is basically around nowish there. So not a lot of surface base cape. Even through tomorrow, it doesn't look very impressive on the cape. But although this is the GFS, so it could be showing a little bit different things. Even on the HRRR, surface-based instability in cape, well, cape/instability is not impressive. Although, if we do see anything in terms of a tornado threat, we're probably going to see it mostly over in Louisiana. Maybe a brief spin up, maybe up in Kansas, but I think a lot of that tornado threat should stay more towards the Gulf Coast in Louisiana. So I wonder if the outlooks have updated quite yet. We'll see. Yeah, okay, yeah, they have updated now actually on Radar Omega here. So okay, there we go. So there's that day 2 that I was talking about. So there's that 5%. There's a wind threat for Wednesday. which I'm gonna be interested in seeing what time this kind of starts off. Which I think this is gonna be kicking off around lunchtime in Central Time. I think maybe Eastern Time. So that's gonna be around 11. And then day three, they're continuing that same threat. Although I think it did just break maybe. Oh no, it didn't break. Okay, yeah, that the even on day three, they're still continuing that severe threat. I do wonder if that is just due to a overnight threat, maybe, depending. Although I think even on a Wednesday, it should move off coast, so we'll see what happens. Very rainy where Storm Runner Media is at, but he is on the right on the edge of this, so yeah. At this point, I think it's gonna be a safe bet to use the radar in Frederick, Oklahoma. At this point, severe thunderstorm warning just got issued, which is gonna be this right here. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, around quarter size hail. Much smaller area for that severe thunderstorm warning compared to up here or down here. Would not be surprised if we start seeing more start to be issued down this way downstream, but we'll see if anything does occur. Right, there we go. We're now on the Norman radar here, which this should expire out in a second here. Same with this. So then we'll be down to just the severe thunderstorm warning. Kind of just looking here. A lot of rain. Oh, let me go back. Okay. And not seeing a whole lot of activity at the moment. So far, this is currently a wind threat at the moment. If you are in this line of storms, I would recommend bringing in any objects from outside just in case, because when you have strong winds, things can kind of blow away. I don't know why my web browser right now is being so laggy. But maybe it's because I have like 900 things going right now. But it seems like it's doing fine either way. I don't know. So I kind of also have Weatherwise up right now, just in case anything does end up breaking on Radar Omega 2. But mostly I've been kind of just resorting to GR2. Not that Weatherwise isn't a bad option right now, but kind of just something right now that's a little bit better right now that I can use to look at things. So this is probably also gonna. This is probably gonna be bringing a lot of lightning and rain. Probably more rain if anything. I do. What is the hydrological outlook like right now? Where is the? Yeah, okay, there we go. So day one. So marginal risk. Day two. Surprised it's still on the day one for hydrological, but I guess it's hasn't been quite updated yet. This is what day two looks like. A couple of areas where we got the slight risk for flooding, which I am kind of curious what the Missouri one is. Which I'm heavy rain. Yeah, it's just heavy rain, and then obviously with the southern portion of this being severe storms and heavy to severe storms. Day three, surprisingly, only this portion here has the hydrological outlook, which we'll probably see it get updated maybe tomorrow with the hydrological update, because typically that's how it goes. I do wonder climate prediction center weather prediction forecast maybe excessive rainfall, 24-hour precipitation. So there's been looks like quite a bit of rainfall over the past 24 hours. How about the past 2 days? Let me just hold on. Let me just show you guys this. So ending Wednesday at 7. It looks like about probably like about an inch in these areas. Probably about 4 inches over here in Kansas City area. Because that is the yeah Kansas City Overland Park area, which is where the slight risk of flash flooding is at right now. Otherwise, other than that, there's a lot of rain and this portion here. Let me go over to the winter storm index, severity index, which is I mean it's experimental, but so yeah, this is where you're gonna have your that winter storm activity in these states here, which there are a couple blizzard warnings out right now. Here's a hazards map. A lot of wind advisories, I will say too, in this area. for strong winds. Probably I want to say 40, 50. I am getting no. Hold on, let me just go to Radar Omega real quick here because I know there is a alert here for in the non precip for the where is it? Wind advisory. There we go. What is it gonna be for here? It's gonna be for gusty winds blow around obscure objects. 28 to 25 to 35 mph wind gusts, and that's just on top of that's just from the low pressure system itself rather than the storms, because the storms will definitely have stronger wind gusts, stronger than that. I do wonder if Firefox will stop lagging for 2 seconds, maybe. There we go. Let me just go to hey, there's a local meteorologist Coco 5 News, which is probably Kansas, I want to say. All right, let me go find a Oklahoma City camera here. There's got to be a camera somewhere here. Maybe. We'll see. Go to over live. There's Railfan. City of Auburn, Alabama. That's one there. City of Coldwater, Michigan. There's one. There's that one. Wichita State University. And not really. Oh, okay. That's the wrong thing there. Firefox. I don't know why they put everything but the link I put in. Or not the link, but the text I put in. Downtown Oklahoma City. Okay, there we go. This should be an interesting fit. Alright, there we go. So this is Oklahoma City. This is live anyways. I have no idea. Let me refresh this. Buffering. Nice. Nice. It's buffering. That's great. Nice. Very nice. Totally what I needed. Great. I just love when things buffer. Not. Good lord. Norman? Where is this? Oh yeah, this one is live. Okay, cool. There we go. There's the Norman camera there. So we'll see something in Norman, and the radar is having a heyday right now. See if this camera decides it wants to work, maybe. Because this is going to be the closest camera until it starts getting to Norman here. Which, right now, it does not seem like that is going to be the case, so going to be able to watch it. So, oh well. Alright, let me just... No, I'm going to go find... Let me go find some... I can't use Earth Cam, unfortunately. Oklahoma traffic cameras. I just realized that's a thing, too. Kind of just looking at trying to find a traffic cam here. There is quite a few. Whether or not we can get a good view or not is going to be a good question. There's an east camera, but it's facing downwards. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that should say down instead of east on that one. All right, there we go. I found another camera here. Let me just do a couple things here. All right. I don't know how cut off that is because of the screen ratio of this. So let me just do that. Okay, that'll work. Although it is a very wide one, so this is on the... I forgot what camera is this. Not something. But this is facing towards the north, so we should be able to see something on that camera soon. Perhaps. Let's realize how far behind. Okay, there we go. I just had to tab ahead real quick there. So we are on. Okay, there we go. We're now on current scan, the 12:44 a.m. scan here. Still kind of in a lull at the moment here. Go back to the Norman camera here. That is if it actually loads. I may have to close out a couple things. I just close out a couple things, guys. I do wonder if my all this is taking up my RAM by a lot here, which I would not be surprised. Actually, let me look at Task Manager. Yeah, it's like almost maxing it out. It's insane. Right now, I just have one severe during some morning, although I think a new one just got issued because I just heard the alert. Unless it updated the... Oh no, it just updated the severe during some morning. Looks like there was a hail report just east of Pratt in Kansas. Quarter-sized hail. Public report on social media mentioning nickel to quarter-sized hail half-mile northeast of Cario. Alright, I'm gonna be right back, everybody. Alrighty. I'm back. And looks like that severe thunderstorm warning has either been canceled out or actually let me just go over to DR2. But I think I just accidentally loaded a new one here. Yeah, the severe thunderstorm warning got canceled out. Well, it depends. Let's see. Until 150. Yeah, it basically got caught. Yeah, it got canceled out. Still could see this ramp back up when it comes to that wind threat. Maybe a tornado threat potentially. We'll see. As right now, it's kind of just a long line of storms right now. Still stay weather aware just in case anything does occur or happen. Still got another amendments on this sphere, special weather statement. Oh wow. Nickel-sized hail. I'm kind of curious. What does their radar look like right now with this? If it'll even load, we'll see. May have to switch over to GR2, which I might as well switch to right now. All right. All right. So hopefully I don't have. Okay, I do have another instance of GR2 open accidentally. Oops. All right, let's go back up to here. Take a look at these special weather statements. Also, yeah, look at that. That is quite the storm there, producing that nickel-sized hail. which is what that special weather statement is for. Not a wind threat out of that, which I think anything north of this activity that we're looking at currently, which is what? Apparently OBS apparently disconnected. Everything okay? It says it's disconnected, but I think it's reconnected quickly. Yeah, I reconnected. Okay, cool. I was like, what is going on? Yeah, okay, we're back. Okay, cool. I don't know if it's just the internet had a little bit of an issue. Good thing that OBS reconnects and disconnects. Storm here is about to be outside of a special weather statement, but yeah, as I was mentioning earlier, this is producing that nickel-sized hail. It looks like there was quite a bit of lightning with the southern portion, with a lot of these being within the last 20 minutes. So it's been going on for a while. Let me just go back in frames here, kind of, just pan this out to what it was doing. So yeah, kind of going towards northeast. I'm kind of curious to see if Des Moines is going to see any of this at all. Because it seems like it is going to be going towards that direction. Or at least it is going to be going near that direction. With that line there. That small wolf. Well, it's not really a line, but this... Not a cluster either. But this storm right here going towards the northeast near Des Moines. It's going to be probably near Des Moines. But that's if it doesn't fall apart while it's going towards the northeast. Got a couple of special weather statements. This one's going to be up to 50-mile-per-hour wind gust. This one is also the same, but with half-inch hail. So far, right now, it is currently a wind threat. Could see that tornado threat pick up as it gets more closer towards the Fort Worth, Dallas area, which would be anywhere in this area here. But we'll see. Also waiting to see anything on that traffic camera that I have on the bottom right there. It is a little bit, I want to say foggy, but it's a little bit dirty with that camera. But we should hopefully be able to see something on that camera because it is pointing towards the north. But probably won't see much for probably next, I want to say half hour on that camera, so... But that really depends on how much lighting is going to be at the front here, which it seems like a lot of the lighting in the last 20 minutes has been on the back side here. And then a lot of lightning here on this north side of this, surprisingly. Not so much of this side, though, on the southern portion of this. And then if we go more down the line, starting to see more storms and showers starting to pop up as this is making its way towards the east. There's a wind damage report here. 1-inch tree limb broken, shingles blown off. And then we got another one at Bartlesville, near Bartlesville. Lawn furniture or trash cans display, small twigs broken. And those reports are within the last 15 minutes. So just also another thing I'm looking for too is if there's any little notch within this line. Just typically when you have a line of storms like this, you're gonna be wanting to look at the front line here for any notches, because that's where your QLCS tornado threat will be. Which I would not be surprised if that does actually end up happening once this starts getting near the Fort Worth, Dallas area. So, how's everyone doing in chat? So this is as you say, it's almost 1 in the morning at this point. I just realized. Does not feel like it's almost 1 in the morning, but I don't know if that's because time I woke up this morning with first waking up at 7:30 and then passing out and then wake back up at 8:28. Not 8:28, 8:20 a.m. I don't know. I don't know. Have any of you in chat had that happen before? I don't know. Oh, I did not want to do that. I accidentally popped out the thing. Still not really seeing much on that traffic camera. Hold on, let me just because this is SH74 and a Hafner State Highway. I realized that's State Highway 74. This is the one we're looking at right now. State Highway 74 in Hefner. Which the stars we're looking at is gonna be right like that way ish. I'm kind of considering if I should stay on that camera or not. But there's not really a ton of great cameras. Although maybe this east camera actually. This east camera might be a good one to go with as well. We'll see. Alright. East there. East there. Southwest. Actually, wait, I just realized. Maybe not. West. Yeah, okay, so we're going to be looking for either north or a camera that is west. West. Okay, that camera is facing anywhere but towards the clouds there. But of course, it's a traffic camera, so obviously. Dude is zooming on that road, although it is a highway, so. It's interesting how high quality the cameras are. Except when you zoom in on them, when they're like this, then it's really good quality. I don't know, it's kind of weird how that works. But yeah, we'll keep on this camera for now. And we'll go back, we'll go to that camera if anything happens at all. As this is getting more towards the Oklahoma City area. Because we should be able to see some lightning. Maybe a shelf cloud, potentially. Which I am kind of seeing maybe actually a shelf cloud back there, potentially, already. I did see a little bit of lightning on that side. Yeah, I can see the lightning back there. Don't know how much we'll be able to see that shelf cloud until it gets maybe a little bit closer. Shelf clouds are really cool to look at, not gonna lie. Let's go back down. There are a couple of radars right now, which is this one here, and then also this one here. Frederick, the radar near Frederick here. Looks like there's a couple of showers and/or storms that are starting to pop up there. Let me go to the one by Midland here. See, oh, there is a storm right here that popped up. Looks like it really tells you how far down this line of storms is going. That is occurring. This is occurring off the dry line too. So typically, where you have your area where you have a lot of moisture, and then when you have your dry line, that's where you're gonna find your storms firing off of. And then of course you got your cold front behind it. So if I hold on, let me go back over to Radar Omega real quick. Let me actually load the Norman radar there real quick before I do so here. I'm kind of curious. Does Radar Omega have the surface front updated yet? Maybe not. And I don't even know how accurate surface fronts are on Radar Omega compared to the actual thing. Should be accurate. Yeah, it should be. Yeah. Okay, they just updated that tornado watch as well, by the way. So there's that. So basically, let me switch over to red. So basically, you got. Let me just zoom in here. So basically, you got your low pressure. You got your warm front, and then you got your cold front, which is gonna be back there. It's kind of just a rough sketch, but it gives you a general idea. And then you got your dry line, basically, kind of like that. And then all your moisture is gonna be in here. But yeah, kind of a rough sketch, but kind of gives you a little bit of the idea. So keeping my eye on that camera too. So this is approaching Oklahoma City. Probably, I want to say next 20-ish minutes at this point. Because it's still, I mean, it's still way outside the main metro area, but it's going to be there soon. Depending on how fast is it moving. East at 35. So, oh, I did not want to do the double. So let me do that. 35. And this is just estimated arrival time. So around 44 minutes, it should be in Oklahoma City. Once again, that is a estimated time, so it could be there much quicker than where it's at right now. So either way, be prepared for winds because this is mainly a wind threat at the moment. I am kind of curious what Storm Runner Media is looking at, other than the rain, of course, but it doesn't seem like there is much lightning at this point, other than maybe a couple flashes, but that's about it. Oh, I get hiccups. Connor Stein's backside of the shelf near Carnage, Oklahoma. Where is that at? Hold up. Or is that Carnegie? That's Carnegie. Also, am I typing this right? Okay, there we go. Yeah, so he's back here, basically. On that back side of it. It's a pretty cool view. Let me just repost that onto my Twitter there. Repost his post. So I am kind of curious. There's no I was gonna say there's no cyclone ports, so the only camera that we have really going right now is that one in the bottom right in Oklahoma City with State Highway 74 and Hefner. So right now it's just special weather statements. It looks like right now, going all the way from here all the way up to here. So let me take a look at velocities. Yeah, right now this mainly just wind it looks like so far. Nothing of concern right now in terms of tornado activity. That will probably pick up later tonight. Can't guarantee I'll be up at that time to be live, but yeah. Make sure you have all notifications possible, and if you have a weather radio, make sure that is on. Make sure that is gonna be just blaring, so it wakes you up and you know to go to your safe place. Other than that, I will be live tomorrow. I don't know when I'll be live tomorrow. That's the thing. Probably won't be live till 5, depending. Though we'll see. That even with that 10% tornado risk, I wonder how. I think that is still a little bit conditional, even like today's. But I think tomorrow the tornado threat will probably be a little bit more than tonight's. But that'll depend on when this line of storm starts tapping into that environment with the instability and wind shear. Let me just look down the line again there. Yeah. Oh wow. Maybe a little bit of a hail threat on this one here. Maybe I would say maybe an isolated tornado threat on anything down here, but if anything does happen down here, I would say it's more of like a wind or hail threat, like we're seeing out of this one. There is a cyclone port right here, actually, on this that we could probably see. Let me do this because this is Abilene. Don't know if we're gonna see any lightning out of this one. I'm just kind of curious right now though, see if it does happen. Probably won't because there's not as much instability, but oh, maybe a little bit of lightning that I just saw there. Unless it was a bug flying by the screen, because there are bugs. Okay, looks like they did just issue a severe thunderstorm warning for this. For going for an hour and 2 minutes for course ice hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Let's see what Storm Runner is seeing. Rain. Lots of rain. Definitely not as heavy as it was in the other area. Although he's basically right around. He's basically just on the edge of that heavier precipitation. So we'll probably see that pick up depending on whatever direction he's going in. I think he's going east probably. Probably trying to get in front of this. Probably gonna be crossing into Chickasaw. Another severe thunderstorm warning. I'm guessing these two are in different CWA regions here. That's probably why there's two different severe thunderstorm warnings that are issued at the same time. Because that's typically what happens. This is also issued for course ice hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. This probably won't be too big of a concern out of that activity. Other than that, I think that'd be good for tonight. I think not too much activity other than this line of storms. Make sure you have your alerts on. I'll be live again tomorrow. Not sure what exact time I'll be live tomorrow, but yeah. Like, subscribe, and what is going on with the window capture there is capturing the YouTube studio. I was gonna say it's probably automatically go to that because that's the only other window That's the only other window thing it can capture. But yeah, I'll see you all in the next one, which will be tomorrow, sometime tomorrow.